tough, very competitive. Played a big role in their Denver series, and I'm sure he'll play a big role in this one.
Second row here, left-hand side.
Steve Mark, Medina Bay Area News Group. Given what you saw in Game 6 and assessing their needs with this series, what kind of role do you envision the bench having?
I think the bench will have a big role. It's with Kevin out, we're going to and DeMarcus. We're going to need everybody, and the way we replaced Kevin in Game 6 was by giving a lot of people minutes, maybe short bursts, but we didn't replace him with one guy. We kind of replaced him with our depth, and I think that's the way you'll see it tonight.
Front row center.
Janie McCauley from AP. Clay shared a little bit yesterday about his practice of meditation and what that's doing for him. What's your take on just the maturity that shows, that he's found something else that works for him to prepare for games?
Well, Clay is always, someone who, everybody sort of marvels at his life, the simplicity of his life, and he just needs a basketball and his dog, and that's it. And we all laugh about it, but there's Clay's a lot deeper than people realize, and so it doesn't surprise me that he's meditating and he's found ways to calm himself before games and keep himself going during the season. He's been in the league for a long time now. I'm sure Julie and Michael have had a lot to do with his maturity. Just the way he carries himself. He's a dream to coach. He's zero maintenance, but he'll surprise you with his depth. You may not think there's a whole lot there, but there's plenty there. He just sort of doesn't let you in on it very often.
Second row center.
Hi, Mindy Bach, ABC 7 Sports. And speaking to the players yesterday at practice, they said the biggest benefit they got from the weekend off was the mental break. I was a little surprised. I thought it'd be maybe more physical. What's the biggest advantage you see when your players get that break on the court?
I think it's hard to truly understand how exhausting these playoffs are for everybody, whether it's a team like ours that's been deep in the playoffs for the last 4 years, or a brand new team, young team. But the mental and emotional stress that hits you every day, even on non-game days when there's media, there's demands on your time, there's criticism, there's judgment. If you choose to turn on the TV, they're talking about you. So it really wears on you. And I think when you win a series, there's a tremendous sense of relief for a couple of days, and definitely helps to come back to the Bay and get some sunshine. Felt like going back and forth to Houston there. We were either in a hotel room or a tin can 30,000 feet above the earth, and sometimes you just need to be grounded. You need to get outside and feel the fresh air, and so I think getting those 2 days off was really big for us, and then we had a good preparation day yesterday and a film session this morning, and hopefully we'll be ready to go.
Front row, right-hand side.
Yeah, Coach Bruce McGowan with KCBS. I'm just curious, as a former NBA guard yourself, how much do you look forward to watching these matchups tonight with McCollum and Lillard going up against your great backcourt?
I'd much rather watch these guys than coach against them. They're amazing. They're tough to guard, and we've seen them other times in the playoffs over the last few years, and so we now know how difficult the challenge is. So from a fan standpoint, this is as good as it gets, between Steph, Clay, Damian, and CJ. So all great players going head to head. It's going to be entertaining, but we've got to find a way to slow those guys down.
Third row middle.
Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. Steve, what did you learn about, what do you remember most about your season with the Blazers, and what did you learn about the city of Portland during that year and the fan base, and what this type of run could mean to that city?
Well, I went up there without my family. My kids were already in school. traded from San Antonio, so I went up there and lived on my own, and so from that perspective, it was a tough year, but it also gave me a chance to explore the city quite a bit, get to know the city, and so Portland became one of my favorite NBA outposts that year. Just getting to know the restaurants, the hiking trails. It's just an absolutely beautiful place, and the fans have been raucous and passionate for a long time. You know, going back to the Bill Walton days in the late '70s and probably before that. But I just remember the incredible support of the fans and the organic nature of the energy in that building. And so it was a really fun year. I enjoyed it immensely and enjoyed the city. So that city always has a place in my heart.
Great, thank you, Terry. Stotts will be in here shortly.
Yeah, nice.
Holly.